Good morning, guys. Just trying to get everything set up here real quick. Just getting stuff set up. I think as long as we stay below the 620s, I'm definitely liking the shorts here. I'm looking forward to, like, I think since we got a high, we got a low, we got a pullback here. So we'll get some kind of decent little pullback on this leg here. We do have some news this morning, so it could just be straight chop. Give me a minute and we'll look up at our news. I know we have news this morning. Woo! Just give me a second. I don't know. I just don't feel very motivated today, guys. I don't know if it's because I streamed late last night
The city needed 15
or
feet
what.
of this front yard for a road project.
We'll probably just be streaming until 10 o'clock this morning. Or, yeah, not 10 o'clock, but 11 o'clock. One second. Almost done. And we'll get our information out here and see what we're looking at this morning. Alrighty, we're good to go. Let's see. I know we have news this morning, guys. So let me get that pulled up real quick. Unfortunately, anytime we have, oh, my keyboard is so far away. Anytime we usually have news in the morning, like right before the market opens, it could be possible a lot of chop. So for my news, I use investing.com. So I've gone over this a few times for new or old people. So it's a new year, so why not? So go to investing.com. There's a couple others out there that gives you free news also. And I think we have earnings this week. But you can go here and find out what your earnings calendar, holiday counters, economic calendar. And I mainly use the economic calendar. So then if you're from a different country, I'm from the U.S., so you just stroll down, find your flag to whatever country you live in, and you can see what the news is for your country. So since the stock market, so it looks like Europe does, or Germany has CPI numbers this morning also. 8 o'clock, which is already passed. 26 minutes, we have S&P Global PMI Services. And I think that looks about it. So, all right. So what is that? 9:45. So just be aware that if you're in a trade around that 9:45 area, you want to protect your profit, because a lot of times during that news play, you might not have that wick could be so fast and just blow right through your stop loss, and you'll take like a big loss. That's the only bad thing about trade news is your order not getting filled. So, honestly, what I would like to see, I don't know if it's going to happen. I would like to see us run these 700s up here. That's the previous day high. So, kind of like do a U-shaped thing. So, run up there to the 700s, push above it. Then when it comes back through, it could be a possible good short setup here. That's if we get that set up. Also, you got the midday session. This is kind of where we got stuck last night. I was trading in the Asia market last night. You can see we were getting stuck at that 50%. And I think I missed my target by like a few points last night because I was targeting 48. So unfortunately, it ended up being kind of a break-even kind of trading last night. But it's better than being a big red. But we don't over leverage red like too bad in the overnight session. So the most I'm willing to risk in the overnight session is usually about $80. So good morning. I did take a pre-market trade while ago for 10 points. This is one account that I've been kind of just setting to the side that I've decided that I'm going to trade 10 micros, which is basically one mini. Look for a quick 10 points. So we already made $200 on our funded account. And then we're going to be copy trading across 3 accounts this morning on fundeds. But that's going to be on a lower scale, like 2 micros, because we're going to be looking for bigger moves. That means we're going to be looking for anywhere between 20 and 40 point moves on those funded accounts with 2 micros. And try not to risk no more than $100 per trade, because have that 20 to 25 point stop loss. We don't really have any evals to trade besides our Padeas accounts. And that's these here. So if you see me pull up these charts, that means we're probably not going to be trading fundeds no more. That means like we missed the funding trade for the day and we'll switch over to our evals. These are the accounts that I traded usually in the evening time. So like I said, it was pretty much a break even kind of last night trade. We're up $400 in this trade total, or in this account total. So like I said, we only made $6 after fees last night. So we didn't really make anything on that account. Then we tried another trade for a 10-point trade last night. And the time they took out the fees, and I think I might have had like a little half a point of slippage. It cost me like $20. This account, we're up $868, and we got to make it to 26,500. And the reason I had to trade these super small, 1-2 micros max, is because these are static accounts. So I only start out with $500 in drawdown. So that's the good thing about static. If you can trade small, build you a little buffer, that $500 will be added to the, $868. So it's like right now I have a $1,300 worth of drawdown. I'm hoping to pick up a few more of these if Padeas kind of starts a sell on these, because I just recently started trading these guys last month. And that's because they were on sale for $8. So it was kind of hard to pass up $8 accounts. And they got the old APEC rules. So if you get to the $1,500 or $1,600, you can take out $1,000 and leave that $500 buffer. And actually it'd be like a $1,000 buffer because you still have that $500 static drawdown. So All right, so we still got about 7 minutes before the market opens, guys. Let's check earnings real quick. For some reason, I keep thinking we're going to have earnings. I don't know why. I don't know when that is. I feel like it's soon. Being the first of the year. Let's see. I guess not. Yeah, for some reason, I feel like I heard that we're going to have like NVIDIA earnings or something this month. Luckily, we already took our trade, so we don't have to be in a super hurry for a funded trade. And I don't even know if I'll trade that one funded account on trade. That's just something personally that I've been doing. Just started. And that's taking a trade on the 3 minute once I break this specific level and look for 10 points. But it has to be perfect because you're risking 10 points. If you're taking 10-point trades and you're risking 10 points, I mean, it has to be like precise because your candle can't be, your stop loss can't be more than 10 points that you're thinking it's not going to go back above that level. I can show you where I took it on the 3 minute charts if you want to see where I took it. All right, so I took it as we broke this little consolidation zone. So I got short here at 620. My stop loss was at the top of this candle, which is about 630. So there's my 10-point stop loss. And here's my break level here. So we had all these kind of downward wicks. So basically I waited for, I want to say it was like this. So these wicks kind of pushed down. I waited for this next candle to print and kind of push back up. And as soon as it started dripping back down and I knew that it's probably not going to push up any higher, I got short. So this is where we took our trade at this morning with the 10 micros. And you can see it went down 30 points. So what? Short at the 20, went all the way down. So technically we left $400 on the table, but you're not going to always get that big of a move down. So I was just happy to get 10. Switch back to my 5 minute charts. How's everybody's week been going so far? Any new year resolution as far as your trading journey goes? Maybe buy less evals, not blow so many evals, or, you know, work on the psychology of trading, not over leveraging or not full porting after a bad trade. I mean, there's plenty of things that we can work on. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half left. So remember, we don't usually take breakouts. So for the push up, if let's just say we're going to push up here at opening, I'd like to see a pullback back into my 15-minute range. That would be my ideal butter type trade with a funded account. Go straight up, then push back into this box here. That's the opening 15-minute candle from 8 o'clock to 8:15. All right, 1 minute till open, guys. Now, this could be a fake candle here, guys. You know how it is when you break out of these little 15-minute candles, have that manipulation to the top, then sell back through. Especially if you get up there and this area right here holds and we start pushing back down. Above this leg is no longer valid. All right. So that leg broke. This leg is no longer valid. The big red line up here is my previous day high. And see, that was the London high right there, guys. That 69. If it can get above the 69 area, you should stay. We have the New York AM high up there, but there looks like a lot of consolidation in this area. So that's what we're kind of watching on our other screen here. This is why I don't buy breakout candles on the 5-minute charts. So let's just say, like, hey, I feel like it's going to go up. It's looking very bullish. This is how you get trapped in bad trades. So if you're trading the 5-minute charts, always make sure you trade on a new candle. Do not trade in the middle of a 5-minute candle that's already 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in. It's usually a very bad idea because you get this type of price action a lot of times and you can get trapped. And the market also could just be waiting for that 9:45 news this morning also. So just be aware that if you're taking trades this morning, protect your profits if you do jump in and you are in the green. Ooh, that's a big nasty wick. What is that? A 30-point wick on that 5-minute candle. We're about to have a new candle. See, there's just no way in heck I would buy long on this candle, because a lot of times what happens, you get this next 5-minute candle, it'll just barely push up and then just sink. Wow, what a nice play off the London high there. Mm. Remember, guys, we're copy trading 3 accounts, so I will take my time for this entry. I will not be in a big hurry. So we're copy trading 3 funded accounts. If we don't get the setup, we don't get the setup. What's up, man? How are you doing, TV? You're working on a full port? Nice, Michael. Woo. No full port on this end, man. No, it's a new year. It's too early in the year to start full porting. Or maybe it's not. You know, it's the first of the year. Just go ahead and just rip off the Band-Aid. Nice. So far, we're just getting choppy price action. Did you already do the full port, Michael, or are you just considering it? Just get over it and learn my lesson earlier. Oh, that's pretty good. I hope I have no reason to full port at all this year. The only thing that I think I even full ported last year was maybe some evals on Newsplay. That was it. Oh, goodness. Oh, dude, I've heard that about silver, dude. It like will wreck you quick. Like if you're on the wrong end of silver and if you're just trading a mini, you got to have a big account to trade that. That's like trading gold with a mini. Last night I was curious about how big the contracts were on gold, and I got on a sim account. And I think I put on just like 1 mini. We made like $240 on a sim account within like 2 points. But man, if you're on the wrong side, here's that account I was talking about. That's a sim account gold count. Because I was just curious about it. So far, guys, this price action is pretty ugly. No clean 5-minute candles. It's just best to stay out of this garbage. I'm not saying that you won't get the 15-minute setup retest. I mean, it may be eval worthy. I'm just not sure about funded worthy. We actually took our trade, Michael, pre-market on. We got it funded that we're going to be trading on the 3-minute, kind of off to the side, and I'll just tell you how I'm doing because I'm risking 200 for 200. So like we already made 199 on our funded this morning, and that was just 10 micros, 10 points. Now, this could be the candle that goes straight up here. I only say that because a lot of times if you get like this big wiki candle and this next candle cannot get below this wiki candle here, like to the downside, a lot of times we'll move to the upside. Now, that's only if this candle stays inside this candle. So it'll be like a little inside bar. We're inside the 15 minutes. I'm going to set this up here just in case. That was what, the 70%. I'd like to see if we're going to push down to the bottom of this and hold. And we may only risk 10 points on this trade if we decide to take it. I haven't released it yet. I just kind of have it sitting here. Still got 2 minutes left on this candle. Hey, I'm stuck. Like I said, we're just going to risk 10 points. If we get stopped out, it's only going to be for a $40 loss. Because this thing could push all the way back down to the 86%. It looks like it wants to. Ooh, I just realized we're 2 minutes from news. That's kind of scary. I'm going to have to go to break even because we're so close to news, guys. I can't get... How much time we got left? 40 seconds. All right. First target. Come on, go, baby, go. Be careful. You got news. 15 seconds left. Protect your profits, guys. Hopefully this shit don't make me get stuck in a trade. It's like, you dirty bastard. All right, nothing on the news. Gonna follow this up. All right, nice. Ugh. So that was almost $100 across 3 funded accounts. So nice trade there. So this is gonna be our. Watch it give us about 50 points. Woo. All right, so that's what I was talking about, waiting for us to trade back into that 15 minutes. It looked ugly, trust me. It was not pretty, but I got these lines put here for a reason. Those are percentage-based lines that I have drawn out. So the 76% held, and it was about 50% of this 15-minute candle. I hate that. I should have got my 50 points. I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to leave profit on the table, so. All right, so this is how we do this trade. We got a low. This is the bottom of the hourly candle right here. Made a new high. This is your high. And there's your 76 to 80% pullback. I had my order sitting at the 50% of the leg, and I just didn't want to get a quick tap in, and it kept running lower. So that was a pretty setup on the 15 minutes. And that's how I play the 15 minutes from 8 o'clock to 8:15. So this little box, excuse this big box, I just put that on today. This is the hourly candle. I don't know. This is the first time I've really ever put that on there. We can take this off real quick. It'll make it look a little cleaner. What happened? Okay. All right, here we go. It looks a little bit cleaner like this. Wow, look at it. We left a lot on the table, guys. Michael, that could have been your full port moment almost. All right, so here's your 8 o'clock 15-minute candle. You want to make sure you have a low, which this is your kind of newer. It's not a lower low, but it's a newer low. So I like to do Fibonacci. So here's your low. There's your high. And there's your pullback candle. Exactly to almost the middle of the range of that 15 minutes. And when it's coming back out, you want to put your order as it's coming back out. So. All right, now this could be a good sell-off point here, guys. I may do this on an eval because we're done trading fundeds for the day. Oh man. Hey, there's nothing. Hey, you think that's bad? Imagine putting on your funded account, thinking you're taking an eval trade and jack up your fundeds. That's even worse. It is annoying that you did that with your eval, but with a funded account, the two mistakes that I hate that I make with my accounts is not realizing that I'm on minis, thinking you're on 2 micros or 3 micros, and you look over and you're like, oh crap, I'm on 3 minis. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's going to be our funded account trade. Just one trade and we'll be done for the day. We'll look for some eval trades, but as far as funded go, that was the funded setup. Like I said, we made $92 on each account, and that's 3 different ones. And I traded this one pre-market for $200. So we'll just close our ninja charts because I don't have any more evals. I think I have about 7 funded accounts now between Bulanox and Apex. So we're just going to strictly just try to trade funded. No more evals unless you see me on my Quantower charts, and that's but we're about to switch to. Flatten my counts to make sure if you're trading a copy trader, make sure you hit that flatten all so you're not accidentally stuck in a trade. All right. All right, not really anything to do here, guys. We're just going straight up. Man, guys, we just left so many points on the table. Nice. What did you add to your thing, Matt? Man, we just left 100 points on the table. But you can sit here and just hindsight how many points you leave on the table. What happens is that trade that you don't take profit and you end up with 0. That's usually what happens. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm looking for right here, Matt. This is the previous session high. I'm looking for the sell back through. Just waiting and being patient. See what happens here with the 709. Now, are you taking your trade off of that 709? Okay, so you're doing the London and pre-market. That's where I took my trade at this morning on my one funded account for 10 points. I mean, this is a pretty big leg. You would think we'd get some kind of pullback here. I mean, it could be a while before this sells back off. So we're about to have a new candle here. No, that was a nice little setup this morning off of that London pullback. I mean, so you took it back down, I took it back up. So I like those type of setups too. I don't take them a lot. Do you use the indicator that like prints them out for you, or? Yeah, it was this one right here. So that would have been a nice entry. So what do you like? 10 points in drawdown at the most. Or if you backdoored it, I mean, you would have took no drawdown. It would have just came straight back down. Yeah, so that was a nice setup with the London. Both had no drawdown. Those are always nice. Now, is that the one that was at 2:30 this morning where it hit the... No. Hmm. I probably wouldn't have taken... Well, the short, yeah, because that's actually the... Was that was actually the PM AM low from yesterday. Yeah, the PM and AM low was sitting right there too. This is what we were trying to trade last night, and it didn't work out. We were looking for the low on this PM session and the low on this AM session, but as you can see, it didn't really run it until the 2:30, 3:30 this morning. So I was hoping that we would have broke out of this PM session and looked for the short. But as you can see, we kind of broke out to the top part, but it didn't happen till what? What's that, 11 o'clock? Yeah, 11 o'clock last night. And it still didn't really go up that much before it pretty much sold all the way back down. If you like to trade previous session highs, this is a nice little indicator that just makes it visually marked out for you. That way you don't have to like go back and draw lines. And this indicator is put under like ICT kill zones and pivots. And it's a free indicator. Don't cost anything. And you don't even really need to have like the data either, because these moves usually don't happen until hours later. So you don't even really got to buy the TradingView data if you don't want to. Use that one too, Matt? Nice. Yeah, that's one of my favorite indicators. I love it for levels and for my trading to look for levels. So that way it gives you targets. So if you get into a trade, you're like, man, where do I take this to? It gives you targets to shoot for. So like if you were long this morning before all this other stuff happened, your first target would have been those London highs, because then we had huge rejection off of those London highs. It took the second push. Nothing worse than leaving, 50 points on the table, almost 60 points. So guys, we can't do anything here until we get some kind of pullback. So this is kind of where you just have to sit around and be patient and wait. You'd like to see like a nice 50% pullback on this. Then you could kind of get another leg here, then look for a long off of that leg. So that would be my ideal setup for my eval here. Is I need to see at least a 50 to 60% pullback on this leg. Even the top of these wicks would be nice here. Then, like I said, look for a long. I'm going to mark those out just in case. We also had the previous day high sitting at 89. Got 10 seconds left on this candle. Woo. Oh, man. All right, let me pull my chat down here. Like I said, we're not going to take any trades until we get some kind of pullback here, guys. We're just kind of going to have to sit on the sideline. What's up, Bali? My audio's on mono. Is that for the vertical or horizontal methodical man? Let me make sure. I was trying to see if my headphones are working in both ears. Yeah? Okay, the vertical one. Okay. Let me see if I can find that under... I don't know where to find that on OBS. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to find that at. I don't know why it would be okay now, though. I didn't really select anything. No, thank you for the offer. I don't feel like I have enough followers to really invest in thumbnails. But thank you. Nice. Hey, man, I stare at charts a lot too, Matt. I know how you feel. But I don't mind it. A lot of times I like to make coffee, sit here and just look for whatever that I feel like I can make recognizable patterns during the market. I mean, that's how you get better. After you see that pattern so many times, you just start like seeing it over and over. Like you'll be watching somebody else trade and you'll see that pattern. You're like, oh, there's that pattern. Because I do that now. especially with the pullbacks on these yep. Especially with this with the Fibonacci. I do that so much now. Like you just cannot see it. The platform that we're trading on at the moment is Quantower. This is the only place I got evals left. My main charts that I trade on the most are my ninja charts here. This is where I take all my funded trades at. But we're already done trading fundeds. It was a really good day on the fundeds. We had a $200 account. Then we copy traded 3 accounts across the board with 2 micros. And so we made about 90-something dollars on each account. So good trading day. Oh yeah, same here. Especially if it's like super obvious. But these charts here, RF, are called Quantower. And the reason I don't usually trade these a lot during the New York session is because I'm not very fast with these charts. But I don't have any other choice but to trade them if I'm going to use Prodeus. So I have to use Quantower. The only 2 platforms that I really ever got decent trading on was probably Tradeovate / Ninja. Ninja the most. Ninja is what I've been using for at least a year and a half. For a while now, it seems like. Yeah, guys, sorry if I have the one headphone on your vertical screen over here, RF. I'll have to figure out how to fix that on OBS because I'm streaming horizontal and vertical, but I don't use OBS enough to be that good at it. Yeah, it is so hard like switching platforms. It is very tough. And see, I've never used Project X, but I think Project X, isn't it similar to TradingView? Man. Oh, I got to make sure I have my, last night I wasn't paying attention to the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but for some reason, if I don't pay attention to my TikTok charts, they'll cut my stream. So if we're sitting here and I'm talking and the live stream just cuts off, that means I missed that little puzzle piece that you have to drag to the right. Yeah, see, I've never used TradingView as far as trading either. I don't think I could handle all those indicators that I would be tempted to put on if I was on TradingView charts. That is also something I started working on kind of later this year too, is eliminating a lot of like just noise on the charts and just trade price action. So the only indicator on this chart here is my is the, what's that, 21 EMA. So let's see. Make sure I'm on the right account. Yeah. Now, if this area right here holds up here, I mean, this could just be basically a nice trending day where you just have 20-30% pullbacks and just go up. So it can just be one of those days. Because there's the 2-candle pullback, even though it has a lot of nasty wicks on top of it. I would like to see us fill in this big old fair value gap down here. I mean, this is where I would like to see us have the pullback to. Nice. Yeah, those are some of my favorite indicators there, that ICT kill zones. I haven't really got to the point where I was taking those on my fundeds, Matt, but I definitely took those a lot on evals. I've been spending a lot of time lately. That's what I've been looking for as far as setups go, is to find that setup that I feel comfortable taking my funded accounts on. It took me a while to get to that point, like just within the last few months. Like I said, I think the 50% would be the nicer of the pullback, pulling back into this 5-minute gap down here. I just don't know if we'll get that many candles. Stop loss would have to go there. So if you're buying the breakouts, I don't really take these on funded accounts, but I do take these on evals. So basically what it is, you're looking for 2 or 3 candle pullbacks on the 5-minute chart after a big move up. Your stop loss would have to be here. It looks like you're risking about 20 points. And it's just 2 micros. Like, I don't recommend over leveraging on these type of trades. If the first target hits, we're just going to have a 10-point stop loss. This way we can still have a negative RR with a still a free trade. It literally just missed that by like a tick or two, guys. Ooh, I didn't realize we're so close to a new 5-minute candle. I do not. I hate seeing 5-minute candles. Like, I want to see my first entry hit, then the 5-minute candle. Yeah, let's see. So if I lose over 50% of this candle, we'll just close this trade. Because most time, if you lose over 50% of the candle, it's going to probably have a fairly deeper pullback, like all the way basically probably to rerun these wicks. So like I said, if I lose more than the 50%, that means I'm seeing it pushing down into the 60%. We will shut that trade down. So we had right at the 50% pullback. All right, first target. And we're going to have our stop loss at the bottom of this candle. So pretty much a free trade. Even if it comes back and kind of stops us out in the negative a little bit. We're going to be targeting the 90s. A lot of times I'll just use fib on my candles, and because most of the time, if you lose over 50% of your previous 5-minute candle, more likely it's going back down. Now, this is eval only, guys. I don't usually take these type of setups on my funded. Apparently, there's a lot of resistance there in the 70s. I haven't really looked to the left to see where that's at. Like I said, if we get stopped out, it'll be pretty much a break-even trade. We're still in this trade for 8 points. Right? 6, yeah, 8 points. So it'll just be a break-even trade. For some reason, I'm struggling getting through the 70s here. All right, so it looks like we're about to get stopped out here. All right. So we got that first 10 points. We just didn't get the runner to make anything off of that. Sounds good, Matt. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, we're hopping off about 40 minutes. 11 o'clock. We're trying to see if we can muster a little eval trade in there, but we did not get anything off of it. I think we got like $1. We won't enter a second time, so I figured we gave it the old gun hole. Let's see how far that thing pulled back here. So it looks like we had about that 50% pullback. As you can see, we pulled back to almost 60%. So this still is a possibility for a good breakout. I only say that just because most of the time, whenever you get big movement like this, and you don't really get that good pullback. So pretty much as soon as you break out of this box, it's probably going to have a nice strong candle. So you would just have to trade the idiot box is basically the range. So your range right now is between 25 and 70. Still a nice little 40-point range. So more likely it'll just keep going down here, back up here, to here, back up here. Then finally it'll probably break out eventually. I keep my stop loss at the low. 2008 low. What's up, man? How are you doing today? We pretty much already had our funded trades today. We had a nice funded setup here at the opening. We did leave a little bit on the table because we were actually long from what? Here? I want to say about the 50s. Unfortunately, we left a lot of points on the table. I think but we were copy trading, so it's just to kind of get my points and get out. So like I said, we will be not taking any more funded trades today. We made $200 pre-market on a funded, and the others we copy traded with 2 micros and to make $90 a account. The 1K money. Now I think the only way you're getting a K out of that if you full port. Can full port 5 minis. I don't recommend full porting. Unless it's like maybe a 90% eval and you just don't want to trade the eval and you just want to get to funded. But I use my evals to practice. Please, uncle. How funny. Like I said, if we break out of this box, you should get a nice little push. Break out of your little idiot box here. So what's going to happen here, if we break out to the upside, you'll get like a quick little move. Then it'll get stuck here above the 800s. Then you'll probably see more chopping sideways. That's the way it usually goes. US. It is 9:30 in the morning here, or 10:30 in the morning. Well, it's 9:30 where I'm at. I'm in Central Time Zone, but it's 10:30 as far as the stock market goes. All right, let's see if we get the break here. So like I said, you might get a quick little pop here if we break out above this area. We don't have $1,000 to give away. I already got to give a bunch of money to the insurance company. Good old mortgage insurance. All right. We're about to hit that 90 level. That's kind of where we wanted to target earlier. So, nice job if you stayed in this from earlier. Was that a little bit of 80 rejection? Did anybody else take any trades this morning? How's everybody else trading been this morning? Wow, look at that nice 80 rejection. What's up, Q Smith? I would just recommend putting in a lot of chart time and just watching different streamers and, you know, see what works for yourself, Smith. Mostly everybody online is trading something different or different type setup. The three most things that people probably trade is like fair value gaps, retest, support and resistance, or breakout trading. Then there's a lot more technical stuff that people are trading. So I know there's a lot of ICT traders, and that has a lot to more do with the running lows or running liquidity, running lows, running highs, waiting for a pullback into a certain area. So more likely there's probably a trader that's waiting for us to pull back into this gap here to possibly take a long out of this area. Mainly just chart time, though. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just chart time, and try not to risk a lot of money up front. That way it doesn't become frustrating. So, like, I think if you're going to start trading, if I was brand new, I would just recommend Bulanox, because you can get one of their accounts for like $15 or $20. What's up, Ponzi? And that way you get your data. So, like, let's just say even if you didn't use a prop firm, you still have to pay for your data. And that's what basically makes your charts move. It has to get the data from like Riptic or something to, you know, for level, you know, watching the market move with the candle takes data. So if you don't want to pay for it, you can just pay $15 a month through Bulanox, and they give you the data for free. They'll give you a pass key. So what you would have to do is sign up for Bulanox or whoever you're trading with to make sure they give you a free data key. And then I use the Ninja charts. And so you would have to import the key to Ninja. But with the Ripnik or these Quantower charts, you just log in with your username password. So like this is a Ripnik account with Padeas. This particular website here or software or trading software that we're using is a Quantower. I don't have no issue with Quantower, but these what I trade on Ninja. So like mostly all my funded account trades are taken on Ninja. So this is what I use. So all my funded trades this morning were taken on Ninja. So the setup we did this morning is basically you want to make sure you got a newer low. It doesn't have to be technically a lower low, but it has to be a lower high or low. So how we entered our trade this morning is the low, the new high, then we actually, was it this candle? Yeah, it was this candle. So this next candle here pulled all the way back into my 15-minute range. And this is where we took our long. So we got long around the 50s this morning. So as you can see, we left a lot of points on the table this morning. So that easily could have been a nice 100-point trade this morning. But that's all in hindsight. Sometimes it's better not to really question how far the trade's going to go up and just try to get whatever profit you're looking for. So I was looking for 50, but I think I got stopped out for 20 or 30. I don't remember the exact amount what I got stopped out for. Now we're just sitting and waiting. This is usually the boring part of trading. Pretty much after all your moves over, you just have to sit here and be patient and wait. Now I wouldn't mind if we got back below that 709 Ponzi. But yeah, there's tons and tons of information out there, Smith. I mean, there's tons of streamers on TikTok these days. I'm not sure what they all trade or what their setups they trade. I usually keep mine fairly simple. Mine is so simple that it doesn't, you either need to have a low high with a pullback. That's pretty much it. Use a Fibonacci. So, like I said, low. This is pretty much all I'm doing on this opening trade. Low, high, pullback, 76 to 80% of the total move back. Then look for a long up out of there. The closer that you can get down here to the 60%, the bigger the move you can get. But unfortunately, my entry was sitting here at the 50%. But you don't get this set up every day. I think you're lucky if you can get it 3 times a week, maybe twice. Sometimes it does look a lot cleaner than this. To me, that doesn't look as clean. I can go back and show you some cleaner moves. I'd have to do it on my Ninja charts because it'd be hard to find a... There's paid Discords out there. I'm not really sure what they offer though. I don't think I'm at that point in my journey in trading where I could charge people for trading. I know there's a lot of people out there that do charge for Discords because they're charging like anywhere between $50 to $100 or more just to. But I don't know how well you would learn trading from that if someone's telling you the entries. Not sure. I think I've only ever tried a paid Discord one time, and I paid for 1 month just to see, and I didn't like it. Wow, look at that short off the 80. Nice. But I'm usually here every day on YouTube or TikTok. Yeah, I don't really care to have that stress on my shoulders. People paying for entries. To me, that seems pretty stressful just because of the expectations. So, oh man, this may be our deep pullback here. Do you do any paid Discord, Smith? Do you like? Are you fairly like altogether new to trading? Yeah, guys, like I said, this is usually the boring part of trading where we've already taken our funded trade and there's just not really a lot to do here. So this is kind of where you just listen to music, drink coffee, or watch me. So that's pretty much all I do whenever trading gets boring and we're just kind of trading sideways. So right now we're in a very little tight range here. So I guess you got you a little idiot box going on right here. So now this right here is a range heaven for some people that like to trade the range. So what they'll do is they'll constantly buy the long down here and buy the short, buy the long, till it finally breaks out and they get stopped out. Yeah, I have a Discord, but like I said, I don't charge for it. The only thing that I really have in my Discord is, if you want to post something as far as general chat goes, or there's a lot of free indicators for NinjaTrader in there if you'd use NinjaTrader. So if you're looking for like a bunch of indicators for your ninja charts. There's a whole bunch in here. You just got to upload them or import them. I thought I had it. Let's see here. No. Will it let you copy and paste that? I mean, copy that? Yeah, I think it will. Maybe. Man, I don't see how we don't move all the way down from here. I do like the shorts below this 709. Eric. I don't really follow a lot of the politics stuff there, Ponzi. So we do, like I said, I kind of like the short below that 709. That's your previous day high. So if we can kind of break below that 709, I've gone back and looked at just tons of us breaking those previous highs. A lot of times if we get below it, we might get a nice push down because look, we got this nice big old 5-minute fair value gap to fill in down here at the 665s. And that's if we do get down that in that direction here. And it'll be back below the 21. So, like I said, guys, we're only going to be on here till 11 o'clock this morning. And we will be back for the Tokyo session tonight at 8 o'clock. I don't know if I'll be on here at 5 like I did last night, because most of the time I don't get back home till about 4 or 5. But we will be back on for Tokyo session. And that's 8 o'clock Eastern or 7 o'clock Central. Maybe tonight will be a little bit better in the Tokyo session than last night. We pretty much just had a break-even type trade last night. The night before was a good night in the Tokyo session, but last night wasn't that great for me. Hopefully YouTube can't hear my music in the headphones, because a lot of times they'll hear the music that I'm playing on my headphones a little too loud, and I'll get like a little warning for monetization issues. Not monetization issues, but copyright issues. Woo, look at her go. What do we got? 15 seconds left on this candle. Boy, man, I would love to see this thing just push right there. Little retest. Let's got to be patient, guys. We got another 5-minute candle to sit through. All right, here comes that 709 that we had pre-marked out. There's the 710 bounce. Like I said, a lot of times if it gets to that previous day high, we'll have like a decent pullback here. And we got this 5-minute fair value gap to fill in at the 65s. So to me, the 90 and the 10 are the hardest areas to trade for myself. And so what I mean by there, it doesn't really matter what the first number is. It's always between the 10 and the 90. So either you're heading into the 10 or heading below the 9 into the 90 or vice versa. There's always a lot of reaction between that 20 points because you got the whole number for whatever you're at. So right now we're going to be dealing with the 700 whole number. You just got the 710 bounce. So that almost happens every single time. It's almost not guaranteed 100%, but it's almost every time we will bounce at the 10 level. And the fact that it was sitting on top of the 21 EMA helped it a little bit. So now we'll push through the 10. If we're going to continue down, then you'll get another reaction at the 700. This is why it makes it so hard to trade this area. Every now and then you'll get these knife-filled days where the market just sells off and it doesn't respect any level. But whenever you got nice, slow price action like this, most of the time it's going to respect those levels. So the next level, say if we hit the 700, get a little bounce, then we can push down to the 90 and it could bounce all the way back up to 710. Mark that out real quick. I wouldn't mind seeing a little quick sell off there, Ponzi. Like pull back maybe all the way to the 65s or even not sure if we get the 50s, but at least the 61%, fill in this little gap here. Got a big old fair value gap on the 5-minute that we could fill in. Gotta find some more up-to-beat music, man. Woo. Some Jimmy Buffett. Come Monday. Is there anybody in a position right now? What about going to Canada or Mexico? You're going to You're going to Mexico, Ponzi? I've never been to Mexico or Canada. I'm pretty much a homebody person. I only go like 3 places. I either go to the same beach every year or I go visit my family members in Georgia. So that's about the only places I ever go. Pretty much a homebody person. Like I said, guys, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the 90 to 600 level. What's pretty wild is a bigger pullback than it looks because I have it kind of scrunched up. So it doesn't look like a very big pullback, but hell, I mean, it's almost up 20 points here, you know, from this low. Like I said, we're looking for us to lose the 709s. If we lose the 709s, we would consider short. Kind of weird stuff is that? They don't. Stupid spam. The new Trump state. Ooh! We're about to lose that 709. 709 is about to be lost. We can print below the 709. Wouldn't mind seeing those 65s get tapped. Hopefully it just don't dump before it gives us the opportunity to jump in. Because I don't, like I said, I don't buy into breakout candles, guys. I have to have a new candle to jump in. So I'm hoping that this 90 will give us a little 90 drama. It would bounce here at the 90, which looks like it, 92. Got a minute left. I'm going to try to short the 709 with my eval. Got 40 seconds left. Now it's eval only, guys. Eval only. No funded trades. I went in a little too heavy. I didn't mean to hit it. Oh, don't tick me. Don't one tick me. $7.09 is my line in the sand too here, guys. Whew. It's like a sim account, Francis. So there's cash accounts, funded accounts, and valuation accounts. May sell one contract, so I got one contract left in case it comes back up. Because it could retest the 700s here. Weird. Okay. Like I said, the 709 is my line in the sand here. Man, we still got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. Looks like we just kind of bounced off these wicks here. In the ride. Got 1 minute left. Now we could go back up through the 709s here. So all right, about to have a new 5-minute candle. This next 5-minute candle could be like a little V shape here. Yeah, good trading day so far, Christy. We killed it on the funded accounts today. We're up $500 on the fundeds today. We made $90 on 3 fundeds and a $200 trade also. So we killed it on the fundeds today. And they were all like nice setups too. So they were very marked out, pretty much in detail, told everybody what I was doing. So they were nice funded trades. Now this is an eval trade here. I only got evals left with Padeas. I may pick up another Apex tonight since they're 90% ends tonight. That way I can at least have a eval to trade whenever we're done trading fundeds. It really depends on, if you want to start off super cheap, Henry. If you want to just trade like a sim account starting out, I would use like Bulinox they would probably be the cheapest because they usually have a 90% rebill every month, because you got to have data depending on where you're trading at. If you just want to trade a sim account to practice, Bulinox would probably be your cheapest for like $15 right now, or $19. He'll be, I'm at least grab one, Christy. I may have to get you to send me your long crazy code. I'll have to throw some affiliate money your way, Christy. No, I just try to earn enough to just to try to pay a few bills. I still work for a living. I still have side business. It's not my only income. So I definitely not to the point where I can live strictly from trading. It'd be nice one day, but I just feel like that usually takes a few years to kind of get under your belt to get to that level. I think the worst that you can do with trading is try to rush, because usually that'll get yourself in trouble. That was some of my early mistakes, and so that's why I just pass on the information. And you're right, Christy, you know how it is. You start full porting, yeah. I would find the cheapest prop firm you could to get your free data, and that way you can start practicing on a sim account. And also, you can also get a free TraderView account. TradingView's free. You might not be able to use the up-to-date data, but it's still free to use. And you can just you can do back testing with it. Go back and look at different patterns and stuff. So the short that we're shorting here, this is something that I've gone back and looked at months and months and months and months. So what we did, we are shorting the previous day low. So I have gone back and I've noticed anytime that we push above the previous day high, and once we sell back down through it, most of the time you'll get a nice pushback down. And I can kind of show you that on my TradingView charts. Just go look for patterns. I like pattern trading. See, above the previous day high, sell off. Look, 2 days ago, above his day high, big sell off. I don't know how often this trade happens. This one was from the low, push above the previous day low, sell off. This one we were stuck, chopping all the way into the previous day low, sell off. This one we never did push above it very much, so you wouldn't get the same type reaction. See, this one never came back. But you don't have to worry about it. It never came back, so it never gave you the opportunity. Same here. Pushed above it. Once it came back through it, sell off. This one was the low. You pushed above inside the low, then sell off. And these are daily candles is what this is. Now, this is probably one of the first trades that I ever taken on this type of thing. And it's just with the eval. And what's crazy is this thing could come back and stop us out, guys. I'm not going to lie. Because if you pull fib on this whole contract here, this could be a possible buy area. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. So right now we're at 60% of this leg on the pullback. So this could be, especially if it gets down into that 70 and 80%. So don't know anything about full porting. Also, AB, just start watching different streamers and find what works for you, because everybody trades a little bit different. Maybe the NASDAQ is usually very tough for people starting out trading because it's so fast. The NASDAQ is definitely hyperatic. It's we call it the nasty girl because super fast, loose, all over the place. So the nasty NAS girl. She's nasty. She will ruin your day quick. Yeah. The nasty NAS. Dang. So we just hit another whole number. So I would anticipate a push back up to the 75s here. So right now we are up 108 on this eval for this particular trade. If we closed our position now, we would just walk away with the 115 towards our eval. These are the evals that I've been trading in the evening. And see, this could be a nice reversal area. I'm not going to lie, guys. Kind of got me a little stressed. Not stressed, but like, man, we could pull all the way back up. If you pull the fib on this particular leg here, so let me do it real quick. Like I said, it could be the low here. So then you reverse your Fibonacci charts. Yeah, we easily could get a 50% pullback up in here. If it stops me out and goes to that 50% find support, we will enter again. Yeah, see, that could be easily a V-shaped recovery right here, guys. Because that was a 70% pullback. I was just kind of being greedy to see if we could get those lows down there. But so I was shooting for these lows. And this thing could literally go back all the way out the top. So this is a nice leg pullback here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get stopped out. It broke that 75. That's okay. We can always re-enter if it's just a pullback to sell back down. Thank you guys for the likes and follows today. I was planning on getting off the charts at 11, but now it's already 11:15. And that's only because I had been waiting all morning for that 709 to get ran. It might have been one of those deals where you just probably took your profit because, I mean, you were up freaking 50, 60 points. But being an eval, sometimes I just won't take my points. I just let it run because I was trying to shoot for those lows. If you shorted the 709s, like I said, we've talked about shorting those 709s all morning. I mean, I would think that we're going to get stopped out here just because we're only at 50%. I'm not sure if this is going to be the leg. I doubt it just because this could be the pullback since we did make a newer little higher high or a higher low here. And that would put your 50% at the 88. Like I said, if we get stopped out and if I still feel like it's going to go down, we can re-enter. Christy, you still have your funded account? World. So this will be our last trade of the day, guys. But like I said, we'll be back for a Tokyo session tonight at 9. For this eval, if we close the trade right now, we would be up $86. About 500 total. Hopefully Padeas will get another sale going. I wouldn't mind having a few more of these Padeas accounts. I've only been trading 2 of them. The other one, we're up 868 on it. Like I said, I've just been slow grinding. I took a break-even trade during the Tokyo session last night, and that's where I got the negative $20 from. It was pretty much a break-even type trading night in the Tokyo session. So, because you can take forever. There's no rebuild on those Padeas accounts. Christy, how did you do at the casino this past weekend? What's up, No Way? So if you're just joining us, guys, our funded setup happened pretty much in the first 10 minutes this morning. So that's always nice when you can knock out your fundeds in that first 10 minutes, then just kind of chill the rest of the day. Those are the best trading days, guys, where you don't have to look for your funded trade. You can get it real quick and just be done. I mean, hell, that's a nice trade here if I just took the 20 points. Day. Hopefully tonight's Tokyo session will be a little better. It was a rough go starting out in the Tokyo session. I mean, we were moving like literally 40 points forever. So it was tough to find a trade. All right, we're just going to have our stop loss right here at the top of this leg here. So if we get stopped out, then we'll be back tonight. Getting pretty close to the lunch hour because it's 11:30 right now. So the closer you get to that lunch hour, usually the choppier it gets. I mean, if you don't have your money now, it's a struggle getting it during that lunchtime price action. Oh goodness. All right, looks like it's going to get us right here. Come on. Oh, it just tickled it. It tickled it. All right, one more push. Usually that second or third push will get you. Just trying to take whatever points I can out of this case it stops us out. What? Look at this crazy stuff going on here. Boy, some days it just everything goes your way. That stuff never works that way for me. Most of the time it's always like Some days are like that, guys. Everything just goes your way and we're at some choppy mess right now, guys. We're just making lower highs. All right, looks like it's finally going to get us. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching today. Like I said, today was a really good trading day. I like those days where it feels like nothing goes wrong. Didn't make as much money as I want out of that account, but that's okay. We're still positive. Didn't quite get over the $500 range, but that's okay. That was the only eval we traded today. Fundeds, we had a nice trade day on the fundeds. So agreeing across all accounts. We copy traded 3 accounts today. We pretty much talked everybody through the setup. If you took it, you took it. If not, it's not a big deal either. You know, everybody trades a little different. This one that I made 200 on, that was a pre-market trade that I was trading by itself. You know, that's the account that I'm going to be using to look for 10 points, 10 micros, looking for $200 per trade. But it has to be like the perfect setup because I only can risk 10 points. So thank you guys for watching today. And we will be back for the Tokyo session tonight at 8 o'clock for anybody who wants to come hang out during the Tokyo session. During Tokyo, as right now, we usually only trade evals. We don't trade our funded accounts in Tokyo session because I do not want to get caught in a crappy trade in Tokyo and you got to sit there for 3 hours and watch it just grind. So be careful if you're trading Tokyo, just because that can happen. All right. Thank you, guys.